You guys are the terrific team.
Live from Los Angeles, BeTerrific shines the BeTerrific Spotlight on E3, only on the BeTerrific Network.
What's up, Terrifics? Oh my God, day 2 of E3 2017 in the books. She's Allison Berger. I'm Michael Artsis. Wow, has this been a jam-packed day. I think you did more than me. That could be a first at BeTerrific, but thank you. You did an amazing job.
My pleasure. Anytime. It's what I'm here for.
It was
Got to balance it out.
It was a lot of fun. You did more of the games and the interaction. We told more of the stories. It was great. We had Dave Von Dorman on from Gazillion Games. We got an exclusive out of him.
Ooh, that's good.
Apparently, Eric figured out that the game that they're going to release that they couldn't talk about is Star Trek.
Ah, good job, Eric.
This fall, like late in the fall, late in Q4 or January, we should see Star Trek the game on mobile and possibly consoles from Gazillion Games.
That's
and
so exciting.
Boom, that should go viral.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And they're not officially saying that, but we know because we busted them.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was a lot of fun. Then in addition to that, we did an interview with the owners of 2 esports teams, or actually 3. One guy owns 2 different teams. He owns a Counter-Strike team, and both of them own League of Legends teams. And that was fascinating. And we talked about how they got into it, and when they got into it, and how much it cost when they got into it, and what the teams are worth today, and all this wonderful stuff. And that was super interesting. Then we talked about how Logitech got started, and we interviewed Logitech. And so we had some really great, thoughtful conversations, and there's so many of them I don't even remember. We actually did like a lot back-to-back, and we kind of fell into several of them. We interviewed one guy named Mark, who's a game creator, and he started creating games in the early 90s, and it was the same kind of thing, like he kind of fell into it. He told his mom, I'm going to go create games. She threw him out of the house.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and then he created his first game, and like the bands would send their demo tapes to the record labels, he sent his game to a publishing company. They rejected it, but the next one, Epix, immediately bought it. Activision was the first one. They never passed on another game from him, and Epix obviously took it, and immediately it was an overnight sensation. It made #1 on the video game billboards in the U.S. from Britain, like overnight.
That's
pretty
incredible.
much. Yeah, and then has been making games ever since. Now he's doing stuff for not only PlayStation and PS4, but also for the Switch, which we got to preview. And then we heard the story of Snakebite, and that was cool as well. So we got a lot of great stories today, and it was almost like, oh, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy? Okay, we'll stay and do another interview. And that was really cool. I like when that happens, yeah.
Yeah, that makes things easier.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. We both have done so much today. It's a good thing the show always loops over and we can rewatch everything.
Right. You did a great job yesterday. I was watching it all last night. By the way, Tom Kalinske will be on tomorrow. We saw him today, and I almost threw him on because I thought he was telling me he wanted to be on today. So it was great to see Tom. He's the former CEO of Sega during the console wars in the 90s.
Speaking of Sega, I tried to jump for the ring today.
Yes. How'd that go?
Much harder than it looks.
I saw it on Instagram. By the way, we're doing a lot of social media on Instagram and everything else, Twitter and all that. Thanks to Kara, who's doing a great job.
Yeah.
But seriously, Allison, I have to say one thing. I'm not good at jumping, and I don't think I'd necessarily do better than you. You probably didn't get within 4 feet of that ring.
No, it was really high. Like, you don't realize that it's so high until you're right under it. You're like, it seems so easy to jump for it.
Anybody get close to it?
I think a few people did.
Really?
But I think they have an advantage because they're taller than 5 feet, which I am not.
You're not 5 feet?
I am 5 feet, exactly.
Right, you said you're not taller than 5 feet.
Did I say that wrong?
You kind of said it wrong. You said they're...
If they're not, whatever. You guys mentioned, it's been a long day.
Right, so you're 5'0"?
Uh-huh.
So I have 6 inches, 6 inches on you?
So maybe you would have had a little...
No, I'd still be 4 feet
It's all
from
on
it.
the legs.
I'd be 3 feet and 4 inches from it.
It was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah,
they were
it
great
looked
guys.
fun. You had a huge smile on your face. You did a lot of other cool stuff.
Yeah, we did so many things. We sat in a cool chair, DX racers, and then we ran into these warrior band guys that go to all these different conventions dressed as warriors, and they're a rock band.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then we met GameStop Gaming Options, which is the first retailer to come to E3. So it was a really big honor for them because there's no other direct gaming merchandiser invited because this was the first year it was open to the public.
Sure.
So we got all dolled up by them. A-Bomb, our great Adam audio guy, got a new wallet.
Wow.
Zelda.
Wow.
And I'm now honored that I get to touch it because he wouldn't let me touch it before.
Now that's something the ladies are going to get excited about.
Right?
When they see him whip this thing out, they're going to go, oh yeah.
And now I'm going to keep this, and this is how I'm getting dinner.
There you go. Here, do you have pockets? If you don't have I was going to put it in mine.
I'm too quick for you, Michael.
Well, if I was quicker, I could have intercepted that in the air. I didn't know it was coming. He was going to throw it. So that's interesting. They never used to sell on the floor before. Now they sell on the floor because it's open to the public, but it's limited to 15,000 people, which I think is interesting. We've seen some of the people and talked to them over the last 2 days, and that's been cool. And then a lot of industry insiders as well, which obviously this is what this is mainly for. I think that they'll probably at some point make 2 different shows. Like it'll be the first 3 days for industry, the last 3 days for consumers and stuff.
That's what
they'll
a lot
have
of
to
the
do
PR
something.
people have been saying. They would prefer it to be that and have it balanced out.
Or they do like the daytime for industry insiders and then the nighttime for consumers, which is what they do in Europe with the Consumer Electronics Show there. So, also you were at Thrustmaster.
I was.
And you flew a flight simulator.
I did not. Our good friend Rory did.
Okay.
Rory did it, and he did a great job, although I'll still never get in a plane with him being the pilot.
If the plane was crashing and they said, "Does anybody know how to fly this thing?" Would you be okay with Rory trying to land it? Because I always feel like I'm the guy. If they said, "Look, nobody knows how to fly, but they'll talk you through it," like the movie Airplane, I'd give it a shot.
All right, maybe I trust you a little more than Rory.
I just feel like if somebody was gonna, I won't. I was gonna say because I feel like I could stay calm enough. That's really what I think it's about at that point.
Totally.
It's about staying calm, following instructions, which second part I'm not so good at, but in that kind of scenario, I'd be good. I think.
It was really cool.
So Thrustmaster makes the peripherals. They make the yokes and the thrusters and all, and the foot pedals. They
Rory
make all
said
that
it was
stuff.
an awesome experience.
Whose game was it? Do you know?
Eagle Design.
Okay.
So it was their game, and I spoke with whose name I don't remember at this point, but it was a really great guy. I think Matt Wagner.
Okay.
I spoke to him, and he gave me some great information about the game, and it was a great conversation that I'm looking forward to rewatching.
And now, I wonder, I think a lot of people don't consider this a game. They consider it a sim as opposed to a game. I would say it's a game. I really have to be honest here. There's a little bit of chatter I know on our YouTube page about this, and I just think, to me, it's a game because you play for fun. Now, there are other people who play more seriously, and it's a sim. For them, it's a real simulator. They're trying to learn something or get better. But there are other people who actually play for fun. That becomes a game. So it's really a sim or a game, or both. So I just want to say that. I think
it
that it's...
depends on what your preference is and how you look at
it.
it.
I love flight simulators. I'm not that good at them, but I played as a kid. I had the yoke and the whole deal. But to me, it was a game.
Right.
But I think you can learn to fly practically on it, you know?
Well, I'll have to give it a shot maybe tomorrow.
You should give it a shot.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of great stuff tomorrow. So what was your favorite thing of the whole day?
Whew. Oh, boy. That's a lot.
I love the Nintendo universe. The entire Nintendo booth was so cool.
Yeah, that was intense. Yeah. I had a really good time with the Sonic and the Sega. We talked to Execution with Maxim Games. That was really cool.
I'll tell you a funny story real quick. I'll tell you my favorite part of the day was, it's kind of crazy, but we did an interview with a guy named Yost, and he owns a company, started a company called Super Data. It's called, I should know this, Super Data something. Anyway, they're really cool. And they do all the data for video games, consoles and stuff. It was a really interesting conversation. And I liked it because it was a super interesting conversation, but also I liked it because the police officers decided, since we were doing this outside, that we weren't allowed to do this without a permit where we were. And both Eric and I worked together with Alan to kind of thwart the whole situation while we stayed live. So
that's not an easy task.
Yeah, without ever communicating with each other, we all stalled the interview nicely and went from what should have been a 3-minute interview and shut down to a 10-minute interview. And I would have liked it to have been a 15-minute interview, but we got almost everything I wanted to get in there.
That's
and
great.
We'll have him on again because he's based in New York, so we'll have him in studio.
Great.
But that was my favorite moment. I like kind of like doing
Living
stuff
on
like
the
that.
edge.
Yeah, I like to be a rebel without a cause sometimes.
Don't we all?
Yes.
Especially when games are involved.
Exactly. It was almost a game. Like, while we were doing it, it was like a game. It was like, oh, yeah, so what are the stats of VR? How's VR doing? And he's like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, really? VR sounds like it's really kicking up, doing better than 4K gaming then, huh? Well, 4K, people don't really need the 4K, and it's different. And they have all these analytics that are amazing.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. That's
It's
pretty
crazy where the gaming has gone.
It is. So everybody's got to go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/BeTerrificTV. They also got to go to our website. We're putting all the archives up almost in real time. So what we're doing here live then goes up in real time, almost like 20 minutes later, it's up. So that's BeTerrific.com. And then everybody's got to pay attention to all our social media at BeTerrific.TV.
Yep.
Because we're really doing a lot of great social media stuff, and our team's doing a great job. Yeah, we should do a little bit more behind the scenes tomorrow. We were doing some today. But we should do more. We're having fun with it.
Can you believe tomorrow's the last day already?
I know. E3 is like a short thing. It's only 3 days. So I can, but I'm disappointed already. It's like a bittersweet already.
Right. I know.
The crew did such a great job today. They worked together so well. Sharon did a great job. Sharon Johnson is our producer. And, of course, we got Yuri Alves and Adam Holtz and Cara Sanfilippo and Rory O'Donoghue. He's going to say O'Donoghue. He's like waving at people. I don't know. He sees some character he likes. And, of course,
so much stuff
Alan
going on.
Kudan is our sound man, and he's done a great job. And we've got Dan Dowding and the great Eric Fletcher, who's a good friend. And he had some fun today. He got in another racing sim. I don't know.
He was set.
Yeah. And then, but he played a game. We got some pictures of him playing a war game pretty intensely with the Logitech
If
stuff.
Eric's happy, everyone's happy.
And then A-Bomb over here, Adam Pate, it does a great job on audio as well. Everything sounded and looked really good. So
we were terrific.
Awesome. We were terrific, and you did a terrific job.
Thank you. You
I'm
too,
really
Michael,
proud of you.
even though this is the first I'm seeing you all day. I don't doubt it for a minute.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't know. We'll see. We'll watch the replay back. You did a great job. I tuned in.
Sounds like a
while
plan.
I was walking around, looking for the JW Marriott. All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until tomorrow, we loop all of this, so if you missed something, you can watch it there. You can also go to the site and check out what's already up, our archives. And, of course, I got to thank everybody at Cumulus and at BeTerrific and you, the Terrifics, for watching, giving us your time. Until next time, she's Allison. I'm Michael. Be terrific. Don't go anywhere. You guys are the Terrifics.
Live from Los Angeles, BeTerrific shines the BeTerrific Spotlight on E3, only on the BeTerrific Network.